Guys, what's up? It's Saturday in South Carolina, and it's hot as all get out. Summer finally has hit, and it's hot. But we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about lawnmowers, specifically the John Deere Q850R. I'm at 50 hours now, 52 to be exact. And it's time to talk about it, man. My initial 50-hour review, what I like, what I don't like. Spoiler alert, there's not that many things I don't like. So, well, first of all, how does it cut? Well, let's go see how it cuts. That is my own burn up, half fescue, half crabgrass yard because we haven't had any rain. I've been watering it at nighttime when I can remember, but we haven't had enough consistent rain, man. We'll get it. It'll pour for, like 2 days and then nothing for 2 weeks, and we're not getting it consistent. So if y'all are having it your way, then please send it up here because we need it bad. That's cut at 3.5 inches. That's a brand new set of OEM blades on it and a clean deck. Those blades have, 3 hours on them maybe. But yeah, 3.5 inches on that yard, which is mine. Yeah, Skag can get a bag, but you don't need a Skag to stripe. You know what I'm saying? That 7-iron Pro deck will do it just fine with sharp blades and a clean deck and a little bit of knowing how to mow in a straight line, which I could use a little more practice with that, but I've gotten the hang of it now after about 50 hours. But yeah, let's talk about what I do love about it. I apologize about the wind, guys. We got a storm coming in, I think. But anyways, we'll start with the deck. This is the same deck that comes on the sit-down Z9s. It's been around for quite a long time with John Deere 7-iron Pro. 7-gauge steel. It is stamped. People want to make fun of that. Said they would never have a stamped deck. Man, it's one solid sheet of 7-gauge steel with welded reinforcements on it. I mean, this thing it's a freaking tank, dude. And this is my first commercial mower, so keep that in mind throughout this whole video. That a lot of this is a first-time experience for me for a commercial mower, so just keep that in mind. But it's a stamped deck, but I mean, dude, it's freaking stout. One solid piece, 7-gauge steel, man. This thing is absolutely solid. I haven't hit anything yet in it, but I've rubbed against some stuff, hasn't budged. And, even though as much as of a pro that is for a solid deck, I'm sorry about the wind. Hope y'all can still hear me. One of the cons I'll go and jump to it is, with this deck design, it doesn't really float. I mean, there's the chains here, but not back here. I know a lot of the other mowers are hung, they have the mounts, but they're 4 chains, which I think allow it to float a little bit, to not scalp as bad. But John Deere has the anti-scalping wheels, and they're set all the way up from the factory because this is the South and people mow short down here, which you can do if you got a perfectly flat yard. You can mow it super short. But how you raise the deck up and down, that's a pro for me. I do like it. I was used to this on my Z5. You just select your height, man, drop the pin, let her down. She goes down just like that. Pick it back up. You got to definitely put some rear end into it. So the pro is I do love the deck height select system. The con is I'm just not strong enough to do it on the move. I really have to, when I'm going to select a different height or bring the deck up, man, it's hard for me. I don't have the most upper body strength to move with left hands on the controls and get the deck up. You know, on a sit down, you used to floating the deck with the pedal over some spots you don't want to scalp. So with this, you really got to be able to drive with your left hand, lift, go down, set it back down, and keep on going. And I do have a lot of yards where I got to do that, or I'll absolutely scalp the living crap out of them. But controls, key, throttle. A lot of people complain about this because it is really close to here. So when you get under there, you will bang your fist. They could have put that somewhere else, but honestly, it's not a game changer. It does protect it from branches and stuff, isn't it? It does have a choke. Here's the key. The gauges is awesome. This is the new one that they put on the Z9s. Like if you get a Z950R, any of the R models, because of this new digital one. It says where your parking brake is. It's got your fuel level. On this side is your throttle, and then when your PTO is engaged, it'll be right here. And that's your voltage, so it lets you know that you got the right amount of voltage that'll start. One con about this, I'll go ahead and jump into that. I'm sorry, it's gonna be kind of all over the place, but I'm just doing it in sections as I go. Pro, I love the digital screen. The con is it shows you low fuel when you still have so much fuel left. Like the first time it came on, I'm like, there's no way. And so I checked in the tanks, there's plenty of fuel left, and I think I mowed another probably 2 hours with the fuel light on. And that could just be this one. It might not be all the models, but it's definitely this one, which is fine, man. That's not a deal breaker. I mean, I just take a peek in here. If it looks like I got enough to do a couple more yards, I'll do it. This is your parking brake, real easy. Down, up, very, very easy to operate that. You got a dedicated trash can here, which is nice. I do always have it full of stuff, and then I'll clean it out at the end of the day. Throw it in the trash. I do love having this though. You can set a big cup in here or something, a big water bottle if you're doing a big property. Most of mine aren't big enough now where I need to be taking a swig and while I'm mowing. I normally just wait till I'm after. Cushion is awesome. It was super clean. Now as you can see, it's dirty with 50 hours. Cushion's awesome. This is a different one that comes on the M models, I believe. I think the R has it's different on the left and right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but some of the M models I've seen, the cushion just looks different to me, so I could be wrong. But it's a nice cushion. I normally don't find myself leaning on it too much, man. I'm normally standing up cruising, and if it's a hill, obviously, I'll lean in for stability. But I do love the cushion. These, you know, for me, I only weigh 165, so these I do use a good bit. There is some flex to them. You know, they're not super solid, so they'll move. But this is for hills. To hang your feet to do your heels. I got some new Crocs, y'all. Gray goes with everything. The foot platform does have a lot of give to it, a lot of bounce. I'm not sure what the weight capacity is on this, but it's very sturdy. It does have a lot of give, so your body bounces. You can stow it up out of the way, just like that. You know, if you need to pull something in behind it. I don't have anything that I put behind it, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. Yeah, so move the pad here. You can actually take this off. It's just two hooks right there. They hook around, so you can get under here. So you can pull this off. Here, I'll disassemble it real quick. All right, pad's off. So here you can get to your battery. This is your parking brake. You can tell where it's connected. Or excuse me, the parking brake's on this side. This is yeah, sorry, that is your parking brake. I'm an idiot. I forgot that black piece. It'll activate that switch right there to let the mower know it's activated. It's got that spring in it. Makes it super easy to engage. But here's where you put your hydraulic fluid in. Your battery, super easy to get to. And all this wiring, the harness, all done very nice from the factory. You can take this, lift it straight off. Pull this, and now you can see everything. There's your transmissions. I need to blow those out before I put it back in the trailer. There's your reservoir for your hydraulic fluid, cold fill. Oh yeah, we're gonna get one. This might cut this video short, I hope not. But yeah, there's the transmissions. Everything's super easy to get to, which I know it's the same on any stand-on, man. That's one of the benefits of these mowers, is to be able to get to everything. But yeah, super easy. Put it all back together. Go on about your day. Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but yeah, like a 5.5 minute clip of me talking about the bulk of what I wanted to talk about the mower just didn't have audio. And I had posted it on YouTube and everything. Had a guy in the comments say, hey, nice review, but too bad the audio cut out halfway through. So I deleted the video immediately. I don't remember his name. Hopefully he watches it again when I repost it so I can thank him. But buddy, I appreciate you looking out because I had no idea. So let's get back to what I was talking about the mower. All right, so let me pick up where we left off. So it was a learning curve for me to get on a stander. Used to a sit down zero turn, being able to zip around. So getting used to these, being brand new, they were really stiff, really jerky. The mower's a lot heavier, so I was tearing the yards up pretty good. But now at 50 hours, these have loosened up a lot more, and I'm way more comfortable now, obviously, in 50 hours. So no longer tearing the yards up unless it's wet and I forget to go slow or something. So that's good. Do like the controls. Never been on another stander, so I don't know what it's like for them to be opposite, like X mark and right, where they're backwards with two sets of drive handles. Dual gas tanks, 6 gallons on both sides. They drain evenly, so 12 gallons total. It lasts me, I only maintain 15 properties, so it lasts me pretty much all week, just about, from filling up. So yeah, plenty of fuel. Not sure if John Deere was the first to do this design with 2 even tanks on either side. Gravely's got them now, but I mean, this version of the mower was definitely out before the Gravely. But I really do love that design. Twills, right? No brainer. I wanted a mower that I never had to worry about air pressure. The Twills do that, number 1. Number 2, can't get flat, right? Run over a nail, run over anything, and you're good to go. I don't have any commercial properties, but you never know what people will throw out in these yards, you know, from having remodeling done or really anything. But so no tire pressure, no flats. And also, they just look phenomenal. These tires on any mower make it look 10 times better. And the rims that come on these aren't terrible looking on the 850Rs, but the Twills just look insanely better. So yeah, that should be a no-brainer on any commercial mower you get. These pretty much come on all the R models of any John Deere. You walk in the showroom and just about all of them have the Twills already on them. So solid fronts, Twills in the back, no worries about tire pressure ever. Good to go, love it. It's 27 horsepower Kawasaki. Also, this is like the R models have more protection. The M models stops right here, so you get a little bit more protection here. And I have to go under a lot of high bushes, a lot of trees and whatnot, so glad to have this. It's definitely scratched. Anyways, the motor sits sideways in here. As you can see, it's turned. You know, most of them are either this way or this way. So this one sits sideways. So the clutch and all is over here for the deck belt. But yeah, 27 horsepower Kawasaki. It's just branded John Deere. Plenty of power for what I do. I've done some pretty overgrown stuff, and I know people will tell you it doesn't bog down at all. That's not necessarily true. The EFI ones might not. This one definitely, you can tell the sound difference. It does go down. It's never bogged down to where it's just not cutting the grass anymore. Nothing like that, but you can definitely tell. You get into some thick stuff and it's still, the RPMs will definitely drop a little bit. Nothing crazy at all, plenty of power. Dipstick, this is where you drain your oil for when you change your oil. So my last Kawasaki had that too. Oil filter here, everything's super nice and easy to get to. Air filter sticks out right there, so it's easy to change that, blow it out. Not sure what if anyone knows what this is, let me know. There's an extra fuel filter up here that's connected. Have no idea what it does, but it's up there. and it's different from the actual fuel filter to the engine. This one here is like what's on the residential style John Deere, is what was on my Z5, and this one in the back of the motor is a different model of fuel filter. But there's your spindles and pulleys. See, there's your another grease point there. 3 grease points, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, plenty of power in the 27 horse. This mower will fly. I don't ever mow at full speed because I don't have any yards flat enough. The frame, they basically said that the frame is so close to the regular Z9 sit down that it's almost a carbon copy. It does kind of look a little thin. I do get that. Looks a little thin. Haven't had any issues. This thing is freaking solid. What else? The spindle covers, I know most people take them off. I like to leave them on just because I think it looks better, and they're easy to get off anyways, just to blow them out, which I do as soon as I get home after mowing. And then after every yard I do blow everything off, and I try to get the nozzle under there to get all that out. But I do take them off when I'm done for the day and blow it all out. So those pop right off. The other 2 grease points are on each front caster, so there's 5 total. Pump them full of grease. I haven't done it yet. It's time to do it now. 50 hours. So you put enough grease in here. As soon as this cap pops up, there's enough. There's only 5 grease points though on the mower, unlike some other models. They either don't have any with the sealed bearings or have everything you can grease. But yeah, the blades, I run the OEM high lifts. These have probably 4 or so hours on them now. I just opened them up a few days back. I was on a customer's yard this past week. It was underneath the deck. Very simple deck design. It does have, like, it's hard to see back here behind where the blade goes. It is a circular shape, so it kind of keeps all the grass in here. And then it's just mainly open front with no baffles. It really does shoot the grass out very well. Yeah, OEM John Deere blades. They still look good. What I was fixing to say was I hit a daggum brick at a customer's yard last week. Thought it was just a piece of red clay. It was a whole freaking brick. Cut that brick right in half. There ain't a single scratch on them blades and no damage to the deck. So that's a win. I'm a big proponent of OEM blades. If you guys know of another alternative, I'm willing to try them. I know Oregon makes a direct copy of these. They make a gator blade for these. It's the same exact deck as any other Z9 54-inch. So they're the same blades. So if you guys know of any more I should try, let me know. I'm willing to try them, especially to save a little money. I just do love OEM stuff. But yeah, guys, love the mower. It's only 50 hours. I'll do a full service at 100 hours here, probably about a month or so. Dedicated trash can. I don't know if I already talked about that. This is a dedicated trash can. I empty it out at the end of each day. You can put a big cup in here. It's a big cup holder if you want to be. I do love it. It's its own dedicated thing though. Yeah, man. All right, so yeah, it's storming pretty good. I had to come inside. So anyways, yeah, so that's mostly the good things I love about the mower. I do love it. There's really only 3 cons I can think of, and one of them is really just operator, preference, I guess, but it's the how hard it is to lift the deck while you're mowing. I got used to lifting it with the foot pedal on my sit down on these yards that I have that are pretty uneven. So now on the parts I know that will scalp if I do not lift it up, it's hard to go and, have the strength to lift that deck. But that's just operator. 2 other things. One, I haven't seen this or heard this being an issue. When I first start that mower for the day, it's that quick, barely choked, and she fires right up. The rest of the day, I don't know if it's heat or what, When I turn that key over, man, it's 4 or 5 seconds for it to fire up and does puff some black smoke out. I don't know if anyone else has had that issue or if it's just me. Obviously not a John Deere thing. That's a Kawasaki thing. But it does. I mean, it takes, you got to hold it several seconds and it'll fire for the rest of the day. So that's kind of irritating. Other than that, I think it can be adjusted, but on the platform you stand on, the PTO engage sensor where it knows that someone's on the platform, I don't know if it's super sensitive or I'm standing on it funny on hills, but on hills, I have a lot of them. And most of the time it's facing down. If I'm going down the hill and like turning or something, the PTO will disengage. And with noise canceling headphones, it's hard to know that you did it. So I've just carried on mowing and didn't even realize that the PTO was off. But it'll flash on that digital screen. The PTO gear little symbol will flash. And now I've gotten used to listening out for it. So I'll feel the vibration and go away somewhat. I talked to someone else. They said that can be adjusted. So that it doesn't do it all the time. It might be like once per day on certain yards. Other than that, that's really my only cons with the mower. Compared to some with the deck, it doesn't float. It's not hung with the chains and all to make it really float. So it will, if you're not careful, it'll scalp a yard. It's just so strong, I guess. It's sturdy, it don't move. Those anti-scalp wheels are set all the way up to mow at 2 inches and under, which I don't even do that. I really should move those wheels to the middle section. But still, if that left side of the deck is on the part that the right side is not, or whatever, and it's an uneven part of the yard, it's going to, you're going to scalp it on that side. I think that just might be, the luck of the draw with the type of yard, with it being uneven, I guess, in the turf. There's not really much to do about it. On a perfectly flat yard, yeah, you can run that deck all the way down, man, and mow and have no issues. But yeah, anyways, that's basically my only cons to the whole mower. There's a lot of these videos out there, guys. That's just mine. Back when I was first looking at them, there wasn't many because they were so new. But this is the kind of stuff I like to go on YouTube and find, is real experiences about stuff I'm interested in purchasing. So that's why I made this one. I'll do another one at 100 hours when I change the oil and stuff. Yeah, no issues, man. I love it. Eventually I'll have a 36-inch backup and to get in these gates and stuff, and I'll carry both mowers. Yeah, so that's it for today, man. Thanks for watching. If you're considering buying one of these mowers and you like John Deere, please go try one out. I love it. I'd buy another one. There's plenty of dealers around here with parts if I need them. Hopefully I don't. And I know guys running these mowers, they've only been out a couple years. They've got 500 hours, no issues, 300-400 hours, no issues. And they cut great. You can see, you saw my yard, it'll strike, and that's 3.5 inches. I'm sure a 4-inch, 4.25 thick fescue yard, I'm sure it looks great. Mine's 3.5. Cuts good, rides good, strong. I know Lee says he drives his like he stole them. I've got some bumpy yards that the deck, I run them hard too, bumpy yards and all, man. It's a commercial mower. That's why we buy them. And I haven't had an issue. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope y'all are having a good weekend, man. And I'll catch you on the next one.